want to bring to the table, man, this young gentleman is on fire. He's blowing it away, man. He's helping to change so many lives, and he has an awesome testimonial himself. Actually, when he told me about it, I couldn't even believe it, and I'm in the company. I got the membership, right? So today I'm going to introduce Mr. Reese Johnston to the table. He's a lyricist, a licensed insurance agent, and he's pretty much rocking it out, boss. Take it away for us.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Reese Johnston. When I first saw this information, actually, Mr. MarQuis Earl, who's also on the line with us today, he's the one that presented this to me, and I was so busy at the time, I did not want to add anything else to my plate. But when I took a look at the Financial Edge membership, I really saw the Credit Max division, and that's what really got my attention because my background is in financial education. I've been studying it for the past few years. The only thing I wasn't really hard focused on was my credit, go figure. So when I saw this platform, I really saw that I could plug in. In fact, what I did was I plugged in 19 days later while I was working. I got a notification on my phone that said, "Congratulations, your credit score jumped 52 points." Now, keep in mind, I it was my first 19 days to the day. I got the notification. I had to screenshot it. It was unbelievable.
Man, that's awesome, man. Listen, 52 points in 19 days. So, how many letters did you have to send out, in order to get that pay raise? Like, I mean, to get that credit boost. 52 points, that's a lot. Like, did you have to do a lot? You had to pay some things off, or
No, not at all.
You didn't pay
Not at
nothing
all.
off?
I didn't talk to anybody. Literally, all I did was I submitted my documents on the Credit Max division, um, or on Credit Max on the Financial Edge membership, and I literally forgot about it. Honestly, like I said, I was just working, and I got the notification. I said, "Oh snap! I forgot I even started this."
Oh man, listen, that's incredible. So that 52-point increase, man, that's just the beginning, I'm sure. So my question to you is, as your credit score continues to increase, what are some things that you may feel like you're going to be able to do now that you probably weren't able to do before?
Oh man, what I'm most excited about is that a higher credit score will just allow me to choose where I want to live and drive off the lot without a cosign anywhere. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, just driving what I want and living where I want.
Hey man, listen, that's huge right there in itself. Man, I also heard, some things about, if your credit is down, some companies won't even hire you. Man, I'm not a
Yeah,
credit
that's true.
expert, but there's truth in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I learned that ever since I joined the Financial Edge membership. In fact, I also learned that a lower credit score actually produces higher interest rates and higher insurance premiums. So, of course, as my credit score continues to go up, I can focus more on those going down.
Oh man, so you basically telling me, man, it's safe to say that if your credit score is high, you pay more. So it costs more to have a bad score.
Exactly. And I've been paying for it these last few years. I'm so grateful for this Financial Edge membership, and I've been in a couple months. I'm excited for that 800 score coming soon.
Hey, hey, man, listen, I know you're looking forward to walking across that stage and getting that 800 score plat, man. Hey, man, definitely
Absolutely.
congratulations, man. Salute. I appreciate you being a part of the team, and I appreciate you coming through with that amazing testimonial for us. All right, guys. So listen. So we just told you about our money max and our credit max. All right, guys. So we told you how to increase your cash flow. Then we showed you how to get your credit score up. Now we're going to tell you, once you get those two things in place, what our next pillar is, which is our equity max program, and how that can take you from where you are right now to make you to have you $1 million sitting somewhere someday. Now I don't know about you, but if it took me 20, 30, 40 years to have $1 million sitting in the bank, I'm all for it. I want to know the plan. So this next gentleman right now, he's laid out the plan so he understands what he needs to do and how he needs to do it in order to have that million sitting in the bank someday. So Mr. MarQuis Williams, who is also a veteran, an educator in the field, and a licensed insurance agent in multiple different states, he's going to come here today with his exclusive testimonial on how you can take advantage of the equity max and what it's done for him so far. Mr. MarQuis, what's going on, boss?
Hey, what's going on, man? Just give it back to you. I appreciate you for having me on. Hey, real quick, as far as the Equity Max program, honestly, guys, like I said, being in the financial services, the industry, really taking a look at Equity Max, what I did was actually put in all of my creditors, and they actually showed me how I can literally eliminate my debt within 61 years and 1 month before my creditor's time. So that's very powerful. I'm gonna say that one more time. 61 years and 1 month before my creditor's plan for myself. So just that alone will actually be able to save me $23,050.54 in interest. So man, that just had my mind blew away.
Man, that's huge. So you said you're gonna be debt free 61 years sooner. How old are you, man?
I'm 28.
28. Man, you was gonna be in debt till you died.
Hey, student loans.
Hey, so listen, with that new game plan in place, tell us real quick, how many years is it gonna take you now to be debt free?
It's actually 9 years and 2 months.
Got
Yes,
you. So
9 years and 2 months.
instead of 70 years being debt free, it's going to take you 9 years. So by the time you're about 38 years old, you're going to be debt free. Now that's a big difference, man. Like that's a huge difference. It's actually almost unbelievable. Real quick, what do you have to pay like $500, $600, $700, $800 a month more towards your debt in order to get out of debt? Like how does that work? How do you lose 60 years of like debt? Like what's going on, man?
So the great thing about our Equity Max program is it allows you to already just plug in whatever you're paying to your creditors, or even if you're not paying anything to your creditors right now, without paying more, it will lay you out a plan of everything that you can pay monthly to your creditors and give you a set date. Now, if you set and be like, hey, I'm able to put an extra $50 or $100 a month or even $150 a month towards your debt to really minimize that time, then that will allow the system, our Equity Max system, to give you a lower time to, well, a maximized time to really eliminate your debt.
Gotcha. So how much more are you putting towards your debt every month?
Only $100.
Man, so you mean to tell me if you put an extra $100 a month towards your debt, it's going to eliminate your debt 60 years sooner?
Definitely. And I'm definitely grateful for the Financial Edge membership and MWR Financial for providing me extra income to even do that as well. So it's not coming out of the funds that I already have coming in.
So let me get it straight. Yeah. So you're a senior director in the company right now, right?
Yes.
So that means just by sharing this membership with other individuals, they actually give you a financial reward or, a compensation for sharing this membership with other people. So like you just said, it's not coming out your pocket. It's actually coming from just helping other individuals do the same thing, right?
Indeed, service.
Hey, man, that's phenomenal, man. Listen, it can't get any better than that. And oh my God, man, listen, guys, I don't know if you're blown away as I am, but 61 years, 70 years in debt. See, that there's a reason why most people die and they pass on debt, right? We got to eliminate this family curse where we're living, dying, and passing debt to our children instead of assets. So, Mr. MarQuis, man, listen, kudos to you, man. Major congratulations on that milestone, man. I'm super excited to have you on board, man. Listen, you're putting $100 towards that. Take some of those commissions, increase that, man. Let's get you out of debt in 2 to 3 years, man, and really talk about making some moves, man. Hey, thanks again, boss.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, guys, listen, if that wasn't enough to make you say, let's go, who do I got to talk to get this membership? This next testimonial should blow you away. I just posted a video about Kanye the other day. I don't know if you guys like Kanye, care for Kanye. He be saying some weird stuff. I agree. But see, Kanye said one thing that stood out to me. He said, instead of going out here trying to buy luxury, we need to be buying land. See, America is for sale, guys. You need to understand, there's a lot of land in America for sale. Disney got a ton of it, right? How much land do you have? I want you guys to think about that. Outside of if you own a home, how much land do you have, right? So this next gentleman, he's actually maxed out the money max. He's maxed out the credit max. He's maxed out the equity max. And he's maxed out the wealth max. He is the king of the maxes, right? And I like to introduce this gentleman. He's a retired police officer, okay, former college instructor, high school counselor. So he's educating the youth right now on this financial education, this knowledge that a lot of schools aren't teaching anyways. So when they get to come sit down with him, guess what? They get a little bit extra knowledge that they may not get from a counselor that may not have his experience or his what's the word? His experiences. All right. So that being said, Mr. Maurice McDonald, man, I'm super excited to have you on the call. Thank you so much for joining us. Take the floor, man. Take us home.
Hey, first and foremost, man, it's a privilege to be on this call with you guys, man, and listen to these other young men. I wish I were their age, knowing what I know now. And the one thing I realized when I got and this consultation is set up with Money Max. And then I did the Credit Max. But when I got the Wealth Max, oh my goodness, when they started telling me about the income that I had sitting in a 401k, and they said to me, listen, everybody's situation is different. And he said, because of your age, you can't leave this money sitting here. I've never had experts to help me. And they said, listen, let's shift your money that got shifted away from you. Let's put this in something that's a lot safer. And they started talking about land banking. And like you said, I had never heard of land banking. What is that? You know, and then he said, let's put this money in land where in the path of growth, where the places are going to be built, where there's a Walmart, where there's a hospital going to be built, where there's a train going to be coming through an area, where the government, somebody's going to buy your land. If you buy this and sit on this 5, 6, 7, 8 years and watch your money double every year, it blew me away, man.
Man, that's pretty incredible there. I got a quick question for you. So you said you took your 401k, you spoke to some financial advisors, and you shifted that money from your 401k into another entity and purchased some land. Now, for a lot of individuals that have a 401k right now, and really to them, the 401k is the holy grail, you know, what made you comfortable enough to say, man, let me take this money and let me move it? See, right now, before you took advantage of it, you didn't know the stock market was getting ready to crash. You didn't know you had a potential to lose thousands of dollars. You just had faith in somebody to say, let me take this action. But what was it that gave you that confidence or that reassurance to say, you know what, I believe these guys, let me do it?
Because number one, I'm talking to government trained specialists, enrolled agents with the IRS. These are the top level individuals. This is not just somebody on the side. These people know what they're talking about. And they work with people with $1 million accounts. And when he said to me about losing money in the 401k, because it's on the stock market, if you've got money sitting there, and if you're of age to move it without penalty, he said, if the stock market drops, you're going to lose money and you can't get it back because of your age. I don't have the time to bother to get that money back. And so last October, I listened to the man, had several consultations with him, and I shifted that money. Well, in December, I closed on it. And this is what they gave me. This is a plaque showing the land ownership. It said out in Palmdale, California. I had no idea I would get a plaque for it. I thought, hey, I got a new college degree, brother. It's called land ownership. And they also said to me, he said, listen, this will be great. Well, this closed in December. The week after I did this, the bombs dropped in Iraq. And what happened overseas in Iraq? That caused the stock market to drop. I would have lost money had I left it there, or potentially lost money. And then, of course, after last week's situation, I would have lost more money because I know people lost $50,000 in a 401k. So in other words, I was protected because I listened.
Oh, Mr. MarQuis. Yeah, man, definitely. Absolutely, man. I'm glad you listened, man, because here's the thing. A lot of individuals that's in your situation right now that didn't take advantage, you know, they're going to be singing that, if I knew then what I know now. So listen, I'm glad when you took that information, you took advantage of it, so you're not singing that story. So listen, guys, if you're listening to this right now, you don't want to be, it could be 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. You don't want to be saying, if I knew then what I know now, because you know it, you're learning it right now. We're telling you about it. So definitely take advantage. Now, Mr. MarQuis, now our Wealth Max program actually has 2 different type of investments. And to my understanding, you took advantage of both of them, correct?
Most certainly. Most certainly. I again, talking to those experts again, I told them that I have some property in New York City that I want to sell. I have a house there. And so talking to them, they started telling me, you're renting it. Let's learn to shift this income when you get that money, and let's start your private reserve account. And they didn't tell me what I should do. They asked me what I wanted. So they thoroughly asked me what I wanted. And I said, I want to buy some property, land. Because since I bought the land once, I realized I want to buy some real estate property, because I understand one thing. They don't make any more land in real estate. All the wealthy people I know are in real estate. And so therefore I said, I want to get an Airbnb. Because of this social distancing right now, people aren't able to travel. But when this is over, people want to go, they're going to want to go to the beach. I want to have property to get residual income coming in from the assets that I have now. Because I've learned some terms where they talk about it, cash, asset cash. So I needed to have that and to set some residual money coming up. They said, take your money